Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
I know that's a cliche, but we must win. We will win. Win is the name of the game.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's 21, Armando 21. And from the capital city of Texas, Austin, the Hill Country, is our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520.
Stephen A. Smith will admit this team right here is legit, cause this is our year. This is our year. No wonder they be hating, cause this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard, we be that blue.
What's up? What's up? What is up? Man, welcome to the Cowboy Up podcast. And then there was two. No. It's not just us two. You know, Mikey's working. Rue is out cruising to Mexico because his buddy's getting married and he's in the wedding. And so Rue's on the crew. Armando is gonna slide in here. You know, when you work for the big people in El Paso, man, sometimes you got to get them under control. You know, you got to get them under control. So Armando's trying to get his people under control, and he will be in here in a few. But always, man, our player personnel director from the great state of Arizona is here, Kaipa AZ. What's up, Kaipa?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Man, nothing much, man. I know before the show started, man, we was getting into the little college football championship game. You know, the only time in my life, Kaipa, that I ever cheered for Notre Dame in my life, and they let me down. See, that's what I get. I should have just remained in Switzerland. I should have remained neutral. But no, I said, nah, I'm gonna cheer for Notre Dame, man, because I absolutely despise, hate, can't stand Ohio State. And I cheer for Notre Dame, and they laid that egg for me in that first half, and we knew it was over. Man, what did you think about the national championship game on yesterday?
Oh man, it was good at the end. They came back. They just when you go for field goals, you lose. In the championships, you lose when you go for field goals. That's what bit them in the ass.
Man, it was so, man. I had so much hope for them. That first drive, man, they go down there and you do what you got to do against Ohio State. You punch them in the mouth. I said, hey, this is the Michigan game all over. All right, man, come on Notre Dame, come on Notre Dame, and it went wah wah wah. It
I
was
still
like,
don't get why they ran their QB so many times in the first drive.
and dude, did you notice Love only touched the ball 4 times the whole
Yeah.
game? The best player on offense only touched the ball 4 times. And my only conclusion to that, man, he got to be still hurt from that first
Oh,
playoff game.
1,000.
But I was just like, man, it's the last game of the season. Unless he say, I'm done. Oh, bro, you getting the ball, man, because that kid is electrified. I wish he was available for the draft this year because to me, he was the number one running back to me.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Hey, you the player personnel director. What you think about that?
No, I 100% agree. I agree with that.
God. Dude, that kid is electrifying to me. I mean, every time he get the ball, it may be a chance he may go, and he's bigger than Gentry and everything. He's faster, and I just think he's explosive. And I think maybe because he still had that bum wheel. They Notre Dame and give him the ball, but I was just like, come on, bro. If you suited the championship game,
it was almost like they gave up and didn't want to get him hurt because they saw that D line and they were like, we're not going to even try it.
Yeah.
We're not going to try it.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say congratulations to Ohio State, but whatever. You won. You won. It is what it is. Hey, with the new playoff format, it's called second chances, right? So last year's format, they wouldn't even been in the playoffs, right? So, but that's what I do enjoy about the new college football playoffs, though, because you never know. It was a 7 seed versus the 8 seed in the championship game. You know, dude, that's wow. That's wild. But hey, they were the two best teams. They got there, and hey, Ohio State won the national championship. But it is what it is. But man, it is the anniversary show. Man, I know you were not on the show when we first started, but 1 year this week, the Cowboy podcast started. Okay, and it started, Kuiper, after the loss to Green Bay. Way to start a Cowboy podcast, right? Way to start a Cowboy podcast, dude. We was thinking, hey man, we gonna have starting at the right time. What's up, Boots? What's up, Ivan? Hey, we're starting at the right time, and we're gonna have a long playoffs to talk about Cowboy football. And dude, that debacle happened at AT&T, and I was just like, what in the hell? We just started a podcast off a loss in the playoff. What the hell were we thinking? But
hey, man, it was probably a good time because you'd find a lot more Cowboy haters looking for content, trying to be like, where can we vent?
Yes, and Kuiper, it was the truth though. That's what happened, man. We got so many people. Hey, man, we watched y'all show. Well, you ain't gonna watch it if we won, but it's just the troll, It's just like me with Ohio State fans. Now I'm just the biggest troll ever. I've never been a troll in my life, right? But it just how it is. But we started the show a year ago. I've told this story before. We used to be on the Cowboy Huddle with G, the number one fan, Hampton. G actually started his podcast a couple years before, and he had called me, and he said, "Chris, man, I want you to jump on the show." I was like, "Man, cool. I'd never podcasted a day in my life, never. I would." Slide through different YouTube channels, watch, but I didn't know what it was about. And man, when I got on the show, man, I had a ball. I had a blast. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So, after that, we went on with it. I think we had like a 2-year run, and I took a trip to Ocean City, Maryland, and a buddy of mine who is a diehard Steeler fan who also hates Tomlin, is diehard Steeler fan, and he said, "Man, when you gonna do this by yourself?" I was like, "Man, I actually enjoy where I am." I said, "I love the Cowboy huddle. I love the guys. I think it's just perfect for me." Well, a situation happened on the show. We won't get into that. That's just it, because that's in the past. Situation happened on the show. And then it's just like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this myself, right? So I was talking to the other Armando, and I told Armando, I said, "Man, I think I'm going to do this by myself." He said, "Man, I'll go with you." I said, "Okay."
Shit.
I said, "All right, so we'll do it together." Then your pops found out. Your pops said, "Oh, hell no, you ain't doing it without me." And I was
Of course.
okay. And then Rue say, "Big fella, where you go, I go." And I was just like, I was like, "But dude, I don't want people to think I stole y'all from the Cowboy huddle, because that's not what it is. It was just me. I needed to change just for me." Okay.
Mm.
The fella say, "No, we going with you." Next thing you know, we got a I am athlete, I am pivot. I was just like, wait. Look, man, it was sometimes, you need a new change of scenery.
Yeah.
You need to change the scenery. That's all it was. It's no hate on G. I still love the Cowboy huddle. I still love G. Like I said, if it wasn't for G, it wouldn't be no Cowboy Up podcast, period. So let's just get that out the way. If it was not for Gary, it would not be a Cowboy Up podcast. But since we made the move, man, we had big things happen on the show. Man, we got an active cowboy on the show, which is very hard for a little bitty podcast to do. You got to have status. You got to have people in personnel director with the Cowboys that you got to talk to and everything. But us me literally in Brock Hoffman's DM like a little teenage girl. Because Armando, that's how it literally happened. Because everybody said, how did you get Brock Hoffman on the show? How did you get Brock Hoffman on the show? I said, I bugged the shit out of him. I said, I bugged him. And the reason I bugged him, man, because we were already fans of Brock, right? Because once Biotis left for Washington, I said, Brock is actually an offensive lineman that I would love. He reminded me so much of Eric Williams. He's nasty. He's mean, right? And I said, it would be great to get him on the show. It'll be great. And I found out Brock was on TikTok. And on TikTok, you can only send each other. You can send people messages only 3 times. Oh wow! Hey, Angelica, how you doing, baby? You can only send, if you're not friends with them, you can only send messages 3 times, right? So I sent him 3 messages, and man, I was just like, man, this dude, he ain't gonna never respond. I said that was my last message. So on the show, Armando, I told the fellas, I said, man, everybody DM Brock Hoffman and tell him to come on the Cowboy Up podcast. The next day, Brock Hoffman followed me. He followed your father. He followed Rue, and he followed 21. And I was like, awesome. Okay. So then he direct messaged me. He said, bro, I love your show. We'll make it happen. I'm like, all right, cool. So the draft is coming up. It's the off season and everything. And I was just like, look, if I can get Brock on before the draft, man, it'd be great Cowboy content. Who he thinking on the draft? We had his schedule, and he had to get out of town at the last minute, so he couldn't make the show. And I was like, damn it. I said, man, training camp is coming up. I know I ain't gonna get him during the season. So every other week, Armando, I would hit him up on TikTok. Hey, man, they'll love to have you, blah, blah, blah. No response. Every other week. Hey, bro, love to have you, blah, blah, blah. No response. It's literally a week before training camp. Hit him that last time. Hey, bro, I know you got to go. I know you're gonna be busy, man. I'd love to have you. He hit me back. He say, "I'm free Tuesday." And I was just like, "All right." So I asked him. I said, "Man," I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "Man, can I pub this pub it on TikTok? You coming on the show?" He said, "Man, do what you gotta do." I said, "All right." Man, he came on the show, and it people said it legitimized us as a cowboy, content show. But I was just like, we were already talking about content. It's just hard to get players on, especially if you don't have an automatic end with the Cowboys. So just persistent, and man, that worked out for us, man. And it was a part of our big year. And then my favorite part of last year, it still was you. It was you. And our favorite part of the show was you last year on the draft, because I know Mike, you still do your draft show too, don't you, Mike? On your
Well,
show?
it depends on who the next head coach is. If it's Kellen Moore or Schottenheimer, I ain't doing it.
I was talking about last year. You do your own show.
Yeah, the Frisco report.
The Frisco report. All right. So last year when we did this, I'm explaining how Kuiper got on the show, right? So he's been on the show just a spot here and there, but Kuiper is Mikey's son, okay? And Mikey kept saying, man, his real name is Armando. I named him Kuiper, right? So he said, man, Armando got a lot of knowledge. He got a lot of knowledge. I said, man, let him come on. Can he come on? I said, man, he's your son. Of course he can. He's a Cardinal fan, whatever. My son, a Commander fan. We can't raise them all right. They go wrong.
My brother's a Giants fan.
Thank you. My brother is a Niner fan. You can't raise them all right. so, but when he got on the show and I was loving his knowledge, and I asked him, I said, Armando, man, you want to do the draft with us? Because we never done the draft before. He said, I'd love to. When I say Mike, Armando hit 18 in a row on our draft show. Before the picks, he said, this is who they're going to take. This is who they're going to take. This is who they're going to take. And we were just going fucking crazy, right? We're like, dude, how did you know? You gotta put in work. Please tell me how the hell did you do that?
Dude, I just kept up with it. The whole month before the draft, every morning, every night, I watched nothing but draft shows. I watched nothing but college film, just watching every single player, thinking about who really needs what. And it just it literally was just dumb luck to me. I couldn't believe it myself.
Yeah. So that's how Armando got on the show. And I named him our player personnel director. I said, anybody put in that much work, I said, man, whenever you want to come on the show, that's fine. So that's the explanation of the Cardinal fan on a Cowboy show. And then this guy below me, let me tell you how me and Cowboy Corner met. Just like most of everybody I met in this community was on TikTok. I fell across, he said, follow me on my YouTube account and on my X. I said, okay. And every time, hey, thank you, Birdman. I hope you lose, Sonny, but thank you for that, brother. So every time I would always have a little jab here and jab there. I was like, why does he hate Dak so much? And his favorite line is, I don't know Dak. I hate the player. I don't hate him. I was like, damn it, you playing with words. Shit.
That's true. I don't know Dak.
So I asked him, we exchanged numbers, right? And we used to text all the time. We call, and then when we get on the phone, man, Mike get on the phone, man, we may talk an hour or two. It's just because we both love the Cowboys, but we have different aspects and the way we look at the team. But see, that's what I love about fandoms, right? because the way I see the Cowboys is not the way Mike see the Cowboys, or not the way you see it, Kuiper, because you're on the outside truly, right?
Yeah.
So that's why the beauty of podcasting I love, because that's why I love the round tables and everything, because you got a different perspective. Because when we went back to I asked the question last week, man, what was your initial reaction of them firing Mike McCarthy or letting him go? Mike's reaction got the biggest pop on TikTok. His reaction got the biggest pop, and it's just because the way he thought about it was different from the way I thought about it, 21 thought about it, and everybody else. So, hey, 21, I'm just giving people history about the whole year, how everything gets started, right, on the
Right.
podcast, right? So, and I told them briefly about me and you, right? So I didn't tell them what actually happened. When me and 21 met, like everybody, we met on TikTok, and like this. Armando can breathe again because TikTok is back, right? I literally thought he was on suicide watch. I said, man, Armando is gonna lose his freaking mind without TikTok, because that's his outlet, right? That's his outlet. That's the way he expresses his Cowboy fandom, is on TikTok by comedy, and it's just brilliant. Every sketch he come up is fucking brilliant. Saturday Night Live need to hire him, right? They really do. So, Cowboy Babe, hey darling, thank you. It's another one who followed us over from the Cowboy Huddle. Thank you, baby. So this is how me and Armando met. We met on TikTok. We just started following each other, right? So he was coming in town. This is when I was still living in Arlington, a couple blocks from AT&T. And I told him, I say, bro, I would love to meet you in person. Everybody who come to Texas, I always come by and sign my wall, because I had a man cave in Texas, right? Man cave, 3 TVs, surround sound, refrigerator, all that crap. I had that, literally a few blocks from AT&T. I'm not at that house, literally. So Armando came in town, him and his wife, and they got there, man, and I bought a little 12-pack. Dude, we sitting there. You know how when you first meet somebody, it's that filling out process, right? It's like a little jab. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, Chris, how you doing? Yeah, man, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm going to my hotel. Hey, Armando, yeah, you taller than I thought you would. But hey, yeah, fuck you too. We're going to. I just want you to sign my wall, right? So, dude, after we killed the 12-pack,
which felt like 3 beers.
Exactly. My wife goes get more beer, right? So now we're 24 deep in it, right? We didn't kill the case of beer, right? So I looked at him, I said, hey baby, how you doing, honey? I looked at him, I said, 21. I said, man, my wife just got out of work, man. She a little hungry, man. Let's go get something to eat. So we go to Boomer Jacks in the Highlands. If anybody from Arlington knows, it's South Arlington. It's a big shopping center, but it got a lot of food and all that stuff. So we stopped at Boomer Jackson. First thing we did, me and 21 got a pitcher of beer. We got a pitcher of beer. We killed it. They were so slow that day. We went to another restaurant, and we had a good time, laughed, and then had a great weekend. Ever since then, we've been like this. We've been like this. So we go and we literally talk about it. And we said, man, if it wasn't for TikTok or whatever, would you even think we'd be friends? And what did you say, 21?
Probably not. We probably never would have crossed paths, and it just is. It's a whole different. It's crazy. It's crazy. You talked about Cowboys Babe. I met her and her family. Her and her husband at the 49er game, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, and her and my wife till this day, they're texting and they message each other. But yeah, me and Chris, we met, and it's like we've known each other a long time, and
My
Drank
wife
so
said
much-
we're inseparable.
Yeah, we drank so much goddamn beer. God, man, we drank so much beer, but yeah, low key, I was suffering. I was suffering those 8 hours or 9 or 10, whatever. I was going through. I was going through withdrawals. I didn't know what to do.
So basically, so when I left the cowboy up, I'm sorry, the cowboy huddle, and me and 21 had that conversation. He basically like, bro, if you gone, I'm gone. I'm with you. Let's do it, right? Yeah. And I was like, let's do it. Oh, 21. She said you in the Waffle House too. Hey, if you ever want to please Armando, take him to Waffle House, take him to In and Out, and in Texas, take him in Arlington, take him to Lisa's Chicken. So you do those 3 in the weekend, he's your friend for life. Okay.
That's it.
but anyway, when Armando said, man, let's do it, because at first I didn't even tell your pops, Kuiper. I didn't tell Rue. I said, look, man, me and Armando were literally gonna do a show together. We were gonna do it. We had made a promo video, everything in the man cave. We did it all. We did it all. But then this guy right here found out. Hi, Mikey. How you doing, Mikey? Can you hear us?
Y'all talking about me right now?
Yeah, we said when you found out that we were going to do a show, the Three Amigos show.
Yeah.
Well, at first it was just me and 21, and then Mikey said, "Fuck no, hell no, I'm in too."
I knew it. I smelt it coming. I was like, hell to the nah, you ain't gonna do this shit without me. And that's crazy. And that's crazy. This is news to me. So this is news to me, what you're saying now, because I thought it was us 3 from the beginning. So now you understand. Now you understand the animosity. You understand the toxicity, because all along I knew this shit. And that corn, dude, yeah. So I understand.
It was not any animosity. Look, it wasn't a problem. Because I was literally going to do the show by myself, right? I was going to do it by myself. And I was talking to 21, okay? And 21 like, bro, let's just do it together, because he was actually in town that weekend.
That's about
right?
to tell you. I was in town that weekend.
Yeah,
for a game.
he was in town that. That's why we started doing promos, right? We was recording and shit.
Promos that never got released, but I still got on my phone.
Yeah, I still got them on my phone too. So
and that's fucked up, because then I just moseyed my ass in. I was like, hell to the no, you motherfuckers.
Well, look, we knew eventually you was gonna slide like always through the back door. We knew you was coming. It was just like it was not planned. But when he came, and then Rue came, I was like, look, man. No attack on no other show, but some other shows, consider themselves a barbershop talk. And I was like, that's not true, because feelings get hurt. Sometimes feelings get hurt, and and people don't know how to react to a true barbershop talk. But I like, look, if we gonna do this ain't Chris's show. This ain't Amondo's show. This ain't Mikey's show. It ain't Rue's show. It is our fucking show. I gave everybody access to everything. Did I not, 21?
True.
I gave everybody access. I said, man, if I'm not there, I still want the show to go on. If 21's not there, I want the show to go on. If Mikey, who's never here, but no, I know you're working. I'm just choosing another shot.
Man. I found a little corner.
Yeah, I want the show to go on. So that's how the Cowboy Up podcast started, man. It was just friends. We became friends. We loved the Cowboys, and we loved each other's content. And our content melted together, right? Yeah. Because when you go back and you watch the Brock Hoffman video, right? And I thought Mikey's gonna ruin this shit. He's gonna ruin it because he's gonna say something fucked up I know he is. I know he's gonna say something fucked up, but he waited till the very end to do it. But he was so professional and everything. And the last person I thought that was gonna bring comedy was 21. And when he broke the ice with Brock, I was like, oh, this interview is about to be fire now. Because we had him laughing, we had him cursing, then we got him in the barbershop. And man, that was a part of last year's show.
That's actually a fun fact. That's actually how we found out that he started the whole fight between, who was it, Biotish and
Sam Williams.
Sam Williams at the
training camp.
Training camp. He's actually the one. And it's crazy because I have a video that I did on TikTok, and I was going through all my old TikToks, and it sure is. He's the one instigating everything.
Yes.
Thank you. I don't know if you spoke about it, but thank you to the new presidency for bringing us TikTok on his first action and appeasing the masses. How about politics, baby? How about politics?
It's called. It's actually the show, man. It's actually the show, man.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm a registered Democrat. So,
oh Jesus.
So anybody else got anything that they want to talk about from last year, and we'll get into some Cowboy stuff.
For me, it's been a great year. Obviously, I wish our numbers can go up, but we got a lot of tuning. The first year, we're getting into it and we're learning, right? For me, I got to get more on the learning curve with YouTube. My baby is TikTok, right? You guys know that, but I've always said, you guys are the show. I'm just, I'm Flavor Flav, baby.
Stupid ass.
Flavor Flav.
Oh, Flavor.
I'm in the background, man. So you guys always, bring all the knowledge and everything, and I bring the hype, man. But it's learning for us, and I'm ready to grow, man. Matter of fact, I do want to, I want to give away this signed Jay Novacek, signed Jay Novacek ball.
I'll take it. I can take it. Shit.
I want to give it away to a follower.
We're gonna give it away to a follower. We're gonna make up a contest rule and
I gotta do that.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do it through TikTok, so where they can come and follow, and I want to give away this signed Jay Novacek ball.
Awesome.
And I have a picture with him, so I got it signed, right? So you guys know I got it signed. I don't have
Yes,
the ASA or whatever. I got a picture with him and him signing it. So.
Yeah.
On the note of this year, you know what I mean? Like, starting and the biggest thing was the production and learning and getting our feet wet. We're leaps and bounds, and I got to give Chris that. He's had the, he's put the time in to make that, find sponsors, do the videos, put the videos. That's something that we were like not handicapped on. We just didn't have the knowledge of it. And that's why I'll say wherever we were attached before, that we would be stuck and hung up when we had the talent the whole time. So here's to another year. And I don't know, like as much as like I tell people, yeah, I'm on a podcast, check it out. Then I have them look it up. I have them subscribe it, and right there on the spot, I shake their hand, and that's like a microwave of growing our fandom. But we just got to see what the future holds. So, if you like us, tell your friends about us.
Now, Mike, do you have anything of the last year that stands out to you, man? Was your favorite point of last year on our inaugural season?
No, man, no, it's just vibing with you guys, man. 21 is the reason why I found you guys, because of TikTok. That when I didn't get onto TikTok till like 2022, and when I finally got on TikTok, the Cowboy side of TikTok was obnoxious.
Yeah,
it was.
I bet.
But there was like one fan that stuck out to me, and that was Armando. And it wasn't because of his takes; it was because of his skits and his videos. And so, bam! And then Armando was live. I was able to watch him, and then he goes, "Hey, we're gonna do the show. You guys come over there to YouTube." Bam, did it. Was in the comment section. Didn't miss a show. Then y'all started sharing the link. Bam. Then I started vibing. Bam. Started getting calls at 2 a.m. from Mikey. Bam.
You already got
That's a time difference. That's a time difference, bro. I forget you're in Kansas.
Once you get that Mikey phone call, you've been officially baptized.
You stupid ass.
Hey, shout out to
Since.
my big brother Ken. We got different last names, but that's my big brother right there. Hey, we exactly 8 months apart. You need to talk to our father, okay?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! He's a pimp like that. You got it like that.
you need to talk to our pops about it.
Oh man!
No, your pops have some explaining to do, bro. Woo!
Hey, as my brother Corey, we 6 months apart. So yeah.
Whoa!
Wow!
Whoa! I love y'all.
Hey,
Wow!
And my brother John Jr. we're a year apart. So hey, shit, talk to pops, man.
And that was an incredible 18 months. I swear to God, Mr. Lee, rest your soul. You was a champion.
No, he was a Wilson. Lee is my stepfather's last name.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Now,
Well, Mr. Wilson.
Ken got the curse with the Wilson last name.
Hey, big shout out to Big Ken, man. We actually got to kick it in I want to say Austin, but I know it's not
I think it's Laga Vista. Laga Vista is like I think it's right. Can't correct me if I'm wrong, but he has a vacation rental outside of Austin. And I thought it'd be a great idea that at the time the Cowboy Huddle would have a spring break show. So we went on spring break to his vacation home outside of Austin. We did a couple shows and everything. And shout out to my big bro for actually letting us have his vacation home and everything. And that's where Mikey, it ain't Chris's chicken came from, because that's that weekend I cooked the chicken.
I don't know, the state of Arizona wouldn't let me go to Austin at that time because of bullshit.
Well, we came to you. So it didn't matter.
And then the chicken wasn't Chris's chicken, obviously. Bullshit.
But that's where that all started, man, because we was still with the Cowboy Huddle. We had the spring break show down there, and my brother had a grill. And yeah. He said, yeah, just before Austin, Laga Vista. Okay, y'all welcome it whenever. All right. So we went and stopped at HEB, and we bought a bunch of groceries, right? Because it's an Airbnb. He had the grill, we got the pool, we got deers running around, literally walking next to you on the golf course, right? And it overlooks the lake. So, man, we were out there, and I said, man, let me throw this chicken on the grill, some burgers, some links and everything. So, Kuiper, this is a funny and true story, okay? Funny and true story. So I cooked all this food. So I cooked it on the grill and everything. So it was so much chicken. I'm like, man, we're going to go through this chicken for the whole weekend, right?
Shit.
21 and Rue ate that chicken. It was like 3 hours later, all the chicken was gone. And it was 2 people.
There was a lot of beer. There was a lot of smoke in the air. So
I think they were enhanced. They were flavor enhanced. There was performance enhanced. There was an enhancing. I bet you the chicken was immaculate. I just think the urge to eat it was enhanced.
So they ate all the chicken and everything. So the next morning I get up, I made breakfast. I made some breakfast burritos. I'm black, I ain't Mexican, but hey, breakfast burritos are filling. It'll fill everybody up, good day to get started. So I made everybody burritos, and my brother was still asleep. So I said I put a couple of them back for him, right?
Oh, man.
Ken gets up. everything. Good morning, everybody. You know how he talk. He got that smooth voice. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? That's how my brother literally talk. Hey, y'all doing? So he literally got the true quiet storm voice. He make the girls go crazy. Anyway, so he get up, man. Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? I say, hey, bro, I left you some breakfast in there, man, and some burritos. And then 21 said, nah, Chris.
What burritos?
He said, nah, Chris. Them burritos gone, bro. I say,
Oh, man.
hey, Kuiper, them burritos was big as shit, right? I say, I left Ken 2 burritos on the stove. He said, nah, dog, I thought they was extra. So I went ahead and finished them.
He thought they were community burritos. They're community burritos.
It was at the time, right? It was that performance enhancing drugs, man. So but yeah, hey, if it's one thing, I can chow down, man. So
Dude, it was funny. So, but yeah, man, this is y'all. I'm sorry I went 40 minutes about our anniversary, but man, hey, man, if it wasn't for the brotherhood, like I say, the Cowboy Up podcast, like we get into it. Me and Mikey get into it all the time. Then he normally call me the next day, apologize and crying like a little old girl.
Apologize. Bullshit. I've done that. Hey, Mike, I shouldn't have muted you so damn much. I'm sorry. It's all good, dog.
I said, man, quit crying like a little old girl, man. Shit, quit crying. This is our show. I say,
But like,
you Mr. Interrupter. We know you interrupt. It's what you do. We use
well, it's because I gotta edit. I gotta edit what you gotta say quick, fast, in a hurry, man. You know what I mean? But for the audience, if you still want to get, the tea on how this really came to be, you could go 3 episodes back and you could get the crux and the genesis of how this all started with the little old deuces.
we talked about deuces a couple shows. We ain't gonna dwell on deuces. We're gonna dwell on happy times. we're gonna dwell on happy times.
I don't know, man. It's looking like dark times for us Cowboy fans.
That's true. Well, I'm talking
No,
about
yeah, y'all Cowboys wished on something. Be careful what you wish for because you're gonna get it. More of the cleansing.
Well, hey, perfect segue on this new coaching search. Thank you, 21, for that. That's why we work so good together. The next hot name is Schottenheimer.
Good. Yeah. Well, hopefully you get what you wish for, motherfuckers.
So Schottenheimer is all of a sudden the leader in the clubhouse now. Reports say, and he had his interview. Was it yesterday? I believe. Corner. Was it yesterday he had his interview or the day before?
I think it was today.
Today.
They don't know if it was today, yesterday, but they just can't confirm it.
Okay. So all these reports now are talking about Schottenheimer. I say, our offensive coordinator who never called plays ever since he's been here. And they're saying they don't want to disrupt what Dak got going on. And man, my whole thing, I said this when we did our show last week when we had the round table. I said, I want something new, something fresh, something young. Okay. So we're gonna start with you, Corner. What do you think about the leader in the clubhouse now, Schottenheimer?
Look, it's either going to be between Kellen Moore or Schottenheimer. And you said it first. It's to cater to Dak Prescott. So if you wanted Prescott extended, you have to be happy with these choices because the Jerry Jones thinks that this is the best case scenario for Dak. Don't change anything. Don't let Dak learn anything new and keep it all together. Because that's why Mike McCarthy wasn't able to bring his offense in, is because they wanted to cater to Dak and this offense under the Jason Garrett, Kellen Moore offense. That's staying. That ain't going anywhere. And so Brian Schottenheimer, he was a passing coordinator for the Jaguars before he got here. You know why he lost his job?
Tell us
he
why.
was 32nd in passing.
30
Bro,
seconds.
I remember that year. I
30
remember that.
games.
32nd?
He was 32nd as a passing coordinator for. So this is supposed to help Dak. The only reason why it ties into Prescott is because the offense is going to stay the same. And you know what else is crazy? Jason Witten's coming. Guess who knows the same playbook it's been the same playbook since Jason Witten's been gone. Jason Witten's going to come in here and know that playbook, so don't be surprised.
You're on the money, corner. You're on the money.
Go ahead, Mikey. No, Mikey, it's your turn. Go, Mikey.
No, you're on the money with that because that's exactly what they're gonna do. You know, Kai, for you might be too young for this because you're in a digital age. But there was this guy named Jim Henson, and he had something called the Muppets, and there was a Sesame Street, and he was just very famous for being a puppeteer, one of the best puppeteers ever. So Jerry Jones has an assortment of puppets. So obviously the big fat puppet couldn't take it anymore. He found a little value, started smelling his ass, and he lost his opportunity to go to the Bears. And I don't think that was realistic. Maybe he'll end up in New Orleans. So he lost that puppet. So all he's looking for is the next puppet he sees on the goddamn ground, and the next puppet is Schottenheimer. And like you said, he was 32nd in the league as a passing coordinator. He was actually the run coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks when they were putrid. He was the young, hot, debonair, next in line coach, Chris. But that was 15 years ago, Chris. That was about the same time Jason Garrett was that hot, debonair, Ben Johnson type coach. But all he is the next fucking puppet in line with the next coaching system. And Corner hit the nail on the head. Guess who's going to be his offensive coordinator? Jason Witten. And that's going to be the next guy in line, making the room very uncomfortable, just like Dan Quinn made it uncomfortable, and Kellen Moore made it uncomfortable for Mike McCarthy, just like Jason Garrett made it uncomfortable for old defensive coordinator coach. I forgot his name. Sorry, Wade Phillips. Thank you for helping me for Cowboy Corner. I could always depend on you. So this is what he's been doing for more than 30 years, or since after Parcells. We're not going to see anything great come out of this. If anything, Jason Witten. But then after that, it's going to be a retread and off a toxic situation. The Cowboys are going to be doing Cowboy things as long as Jerry Jones is manning this helmet. Like I told everybody, be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it. And it's either going to get Brian Schottenheimer or Kellen Moore.
All because you wanted Dak extended.
Kuiper, what you think about the leader in the clubhouse, Schottenheimer?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he wasn't even in the league anymore. I thought this dude was out of the league.
Damn, Fred, he's a player person now.
I only remember this guy ever being dog shit at his job. Every single team he's been on has. Yeah, I don't remember a time he did really good. But
hey, Kuiper, do you remember his dad? Do you remember Marty Watson?
In the 80s.
yeah.
I loved his dad.
His dad. And I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just going to give you a little bit of context to why this guy's still in the league. Because his father was Marty Schottenheimer. He was the coach of the Browns. He was coach of the Chiefs. And then he did get screwed over for being the coach of the Chargers with that 14-2 year. I can't believe that was his last year of coaching. But Marty Schottenheimer was actually a great coach. And that's why he's been relevant in this league. I'm sorry. Keep going, Bubba.
Well, hold on. I'm going to add to that. So the last time that Schottenheimer had any credentials and any skins on the wall, Russell Wilson had his best year under Schottenheimer as the play caller. That's the only skin that he has on the wall. Go ahead, Kuiper.
Yeah. Well, so to me, I keep telling you guys, this past year was your transition year. The coaching decisions from Jerry Jones, what he's looking for is somebody to be his next The next person who's just gonna be a 1 year, he's gonna be a 1 year rental. That's all it's gonna be. He's gonna get fired after this season because you guys are going into the transition year of a rebuild. That's all this is. None of these head coaches are serious head coaches.
Jerry don't fire head coaches, Kuiper.
Yeah, we're not the Raiders. We're not the Raiders.
Jerry don't fire head coaches.
I don't see these guys being long term. That's all I'm saying. At all.
Thank you, sis. Audra. Hey, she feels our pain because she is a Commander fan. Okay, so she's been going through it a while. Okay, so sis, HTTC. All right. 21. What you think about Schottenheimer?
Hail to the Cowboys.
I want to reiterate what Corner was talking about him being in Jacksonville, and he was the worst passing offense in the league, and there's not much. I guess he was in Seattle, and that's I guess his little get out of jail free card, right? But in all sense, we all know this is another Jerry puppet. Jerry's gonna do what Jerry does and get somebody that he can go to his door and be like, I need this person, I need that person, right? It's just I think Corner called it last week. It's dark times ahead for Cowboys Nation, man. It's we're in a period where it's we know we need a coach, but everybody's like, nah, not this coach, not that coach. And it's tough, man. But and then I want to ask you guys this: between Kellen Moore and Schottenheimer, who do you guys go with?
Neither.
Kellen. Jiff. I picked Jiff.
Man, all right. Oh my God. I know Mikey does this to me all the time, and I hate hypothetical questions.
Yeah.
I hate them, but since we're on the show, I will answer the hypothetical. I would take Schottenheimer because I know what Kellen Moore is going to do. He almost
Beautiful.
lost the game. He almost lost the
sir.
game in Philadelphia. Remember I was saying situational football, play calling, and Philly, all they need to do is run the ball. They win the damn game, and that fucker threw the ball.
That bootleg.
The stupid shit. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's stupid shit that Kellen Moore does at the wrong time. I'm not saying his offense don't score points. They do. But you notice they score points when they got superstars on the fucking field. Okay? Yeah. What did he do in LA with the Chargers? When everybody, hey, Herbert is the greatest quarterback ever. No, he's not.
Not a damn thing.
They don't have no superstars on offense. And he didn't do shit, and they ran his ass right out of town. Okay, He got superstars on the Eagles team. Now all of a sudden, hey, Kellen Moore's offense is great. Just like Kuiper hates Cliff Kingsbury, that's how we hate Kellen Moore, dude. Because we seen it, we saw it. Why does the Cowboys continually go back? Because the last 30 years have it not proved nothing to you? Has it not? Why the fuck are we going? Excuse my language, Mom may be watching. Why we keep going back? So to answer your question, 21, it'll be Schottenheimer. Mikey, you can go.
Yeah, we don't know what we have with Schottenheimer exactly. We are kicking rocks because we imagined ourselves, with a Ben Johnson. Like we actually went out of reality because it was a possibility. But we know what we have with old Kellen Moore with his mouth open. His mouth open is right. It's right now. It's open actually as we're talking. But with Marty Schottenheimer with his son, we don't know what we have yet. It seems like it'd be a placeholder for something else. But just like Corner hit in the head, I'm with it. All it is he's going to be a puppet with offensive coordinator Jason Witten, holding Jason Witten down until they put Jason Witten in that situation of being the head coach. I think it would have been unbecoming if they put Jason Witten as the head coach all of a sudden that didn't have experience. They want him to see how it's done, let Schottenheimer do it, and then it's basically let him fuck it up, and then after he fucks it up, then let Jason Lynn take the reins. So I'd rather see Schottenheimer because we don't know what we have and what we'll be getting.
All right. Shout out to my nephew, Jay Foley. He was in the chat. Shout out, nephew. What's up, nephew? Raider fan. He feel our pain, too. He feel our
No,
pain.
that's a different kind of pain, bro. That's herpes kind of pain. That's pain we don't got, bro. We ain't got that pain. They're going to be paying 4 head coaches with their new head coach.
Hey,
Yeah.
when I used to tell y'all the story about me being in my own man cave, being the only Cowboy fan, this is true. It used to be me, my buddy Prince, the Steeler fan, my son Jeremy, who's the Commander fan, and my nephew J-Fo. J-Fo is the Raider fan. So that's why we needed 3 TVs. We had 3 different teams we had to watch, man. But damn it, I miss being in Texas. But you know, Cowboy, it is. So, hey, he said, sadly, the Cowboys might be the Raiders of the NFC. Fo, I think y'all a little worse than us. Cowboy Corner. What do you think of the 2? Which one, man? Which one?
Yeah, it's kind of funny how Schottenheimer got here. He was hired in 2022 to be a consultant to Mike McCarthy. So there was kind of the Joneses kind of recognized him as a peer to be a consultant, like, hey, what do you think? And pick his brain, right? And then to bring him in 2023 as the offensive coordinator, but not call plays because Mike McCarthy wanted to be the big man in the room and say, I got this without Kellen, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, the Joneses think a lot of him. He's 51. I would rather go with the guy like that who has NFL experience, who has college experience at coaching levels, right? Give me somebody that's experienced all the way around the league and not somebody who's been under a Scott Linehan, a Jason Garrett, failed a year with the Chargers. And the only reason why Kellen Moore is looking this good is because of one guy. His name's Shaquan Barkley. So I would rather go with a seasoned guy than Kellen Moore.
All right, Kuiper, man, out of the 2 that 21 posed, which one would you go with?
Yeah, honestly, it's Schottenheimer because he has the experience, but more because who the fuck in the Cowboys locker room is gonna respect Kellen Moore?
Exactly.
Yeah. Dak Prescott.
You want Dak Prescott right next to him, being like, "Hey man, remember when I was ahead of you? You were my backup.
Yeah.
How the hell are you my coach now?" That's stupid as hell. Nobody's gonna respect him. He's not gonna command the locker room for shit,
dude. And that's why I want somebody outside of the organization, right?
But isn't that the point? Isn't that the point? They ain't gonna respect anybody as long as they could go to fucking Jerry and change this whole thing. That's the point.
Go ahead, Corner. Go ahead.
I gotta go.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate you popping in, bro. All right.
Me too, Bubba's. I love y'all. I love y'all on the show. I'll stop interrupting y'all. One more interruptions. I love y'all. I'll be watching you guys from the back, but I gotta get back in the hotel.
But real quick, one last question for you, Mikey. One last question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is taking so long for the Cowboys? Because to me, the clock is ticking. Can you answer that before you get out?
Well, considering the pressure it puts on that your defensive coordinator is in the fucking NFC Championship game that we haven't seen in 30 years, and your ex-offensive coordinator that is in the NFC Championship that you haven't seen in 30 years, not to mention the insult to injury of your 2 biggest rivals within the division are in the NFC Championship. The clock is ticking 3 years ago. It's been going on 3 years ago, and that was our window, and we found a way to fuck it up. And as Cowboy fans are, yes, we are. It's every year is our year, but this particular year, watching our rivals in the NFC Championship, now we are the oldest tenured team that hasn't been in the NFC Championship in 30 years now that the Charmats are in there. So it makes that clock go on, and it ain't going to be long. It was 3 years ago. So I love you. Always like, subscribe, hit that subscribe, hit all that. I love y'all. It's been 1 year and counting. Puro Pichi Cowboys. Tell your friends about them.
All right, Mikey. All right, look. So the answer this question, 21. So what's taking so long, man? Jerry need to make a decision, make it quick, man. What do you think is taking so long?
As far as the coaching,
Yes.
I just think that he's like us. He doesn't know. I think that he's like us, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know what direction he wants to take this team. I think that Jerry is, he's seeing these two rival team in the NFC East in the NFC Championship, and he's just, he's his brain is just like, where do we go from here? I'm hoping it's embarrassing to him, because to us, I mean, as fans, it is. We got to hear it, right? We got to hear it from the fans, from everybody, right? So it's just it's tough to watch, right? Because one of these guys is going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we know that, right? So and it's just, I think that Jerry is in, I guess I want to say maybe the same place. He's just he's lost, I guess. This team kind of, I think we've talked about it, that it feels like it has no direction. There's no direction where, one thing we I don't know if we you guys touched on it, but we just lost one of our biggest, I want to say, culture kind of guys, because I felt like Bones culture to the team, and we just lost that. So it makes it worse. We're just losing pieces, right? So it's tough, and I don't think there's direction, and I don't think he sees it. I mean, I think he's lost, just like kind of, I guess, us fans are. We're just like, where is he going? And I don't even think he knows. And I mean, obviously, if you don't know where you're going, it's just gonna take you a long time to get there.
Man, that's true. Kuiper, man, what do you think is taking so long for Jerry to make his decision?
I think it's either one or two things. Either one, he's trying to really get Kellen Moore, and he's got to wait until the Eagles lose. So, I mean, it's either the biggest doubt, or the next part is he's just waiting for everybody else to make a move, so the Dallas Cowboys movie looks even bigger. So he could parade over everybody like, look at our move was bigger on television than everybody else's move.
Yeah.
Those are the only two things I could see, honestly.
That's Jerry being Jerry.
And man, let me talk about the Commanders making the NFC Championship game. I watch a lot of content on YouTube, TikTok, on X, even on Facebook. How a lot of Cowboy fans was distraught that the Commanders made the championship game. But if you go back, because that video is circling around where Magic Johnson said, we hired the right people and we stepped the fuck out the way. That's what Magic Johnson said. He said, man, we hired the right people and we let them do their job. And now they're in the NFC Championship game because they had a hell of a draft. And remember 21, remember 3 years ago, who was I begging the Cowboys to go pick up at linebacker? Bobby Wagner. Because he was just out there. I was just like, dude, man, he would fit so perfect with the Cowboys. He would fit. We need that middle linebacker, a stabilizing guy on defense. Commanders go get who?
Bobby Wagner.
Who's the stabilizing force on their defense now?
Yep.
Bobby Wagner. So it's just like the GM part. I don't give a damn that Jerry's my owner. I could care less, man. Pub the team. I love it. I love being the most popular team in the world. Love it. But the GM part is just so irritating for Cowboy fans because simple moves like that, the Bobby Wagner move, he could have had, okay? He could have had D-Hop, but no, who do we get? What was his name? Oh, with the long
Jonathan Mingo.
No, not Mingo. No. This is who had that big catch in the playoff game that played for the Colts. Wide receiver. Oh, what's his name?
Shit.
I'm-
He had that
I'm
big
sorry.
play against the Eagles.
Yeah, God, it's driving me crazy, man. Higgins. No. It's abbreviated name. Oh, T.Y. Is it T.Y.
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton. They could have had D-Hop, but they went to T.Y. Hilton.
Oh
Okay?
yeah.
You got rid of Amari Cooper. You got rid of him. You got rid of Amari Cooper. Remember when Amari Cooper came out, he instantly helped Dak Prescott. Instantly. So these are the frustrating things that I say that the front office does, and that's what make us I won't say a laughing stock. Yeah, it is a fucking laughing stock. And what made people laugh at us, man, because we give up a 4th round pick for a 3rd string quarterback. I mean, literally just think about that. Who gives up 4th round picks for a 3rd string quarterback? But then you didn't want to play him because we still had an opportunity to go to the playoffs. And what would have happened if we got in the playoffs the 1st round against the Rams? They would have put 80 on our ass.
It would have been funny.
That wouldn't have been funny. It would have been y'all would have put my ass in a psychiatric ward. I'd have been pissed. But these are the things, man, that I keep saying, and these sound like final thoughts. I shouldn't have went this far on, but it just pisses me off, man, when I made that TikTok video, man. Are you even thinking? Do you even trust the front office? Because to me, all these coaching interviews are irrelevant, because there are nobody, not one of those candidates you be like, that person is going to fix the Cowboys. Because the reason why is because Jerry will not let them run their own program. And that's the frustrating part, man. Pick your person, get out the way. Let them run the organization. Let them run football operations, okay? Him and Will McClay, let them run. Let them cook. And I think we'll be right there. But look, you got people keep thinking that we're on a time clock. I don't think we're on a time. I don't think we're in rebuild mode. And the reason why is because we still got superstars on this team. I think we need to put the proper people in the proper places, and the Cowboys will be 12-5 again. They will. But you got to think about it. Man, when Overshawn got hurt, Dak got hurt, Michael Parsons missed 6 games. Frank Lawrence missed a whole damn season. He played 4 games. Okay. Brandon Cook, Richard, really didn't matter. He missed half the season. All these are starters. Our 2nd round draft pick, Nealon, he missed 6 games. Dude, our 1st round pick, he's in and out. Okay. He may start one week, the next week you don't even see him. Okay. These are a number of things why the Cowboys lost this year, right? Then you were slipping on running back. We begged in the draft, man, just give us somebody. Okay, so then we find out Rico is actually a good running back, but then you want to fucking split time with him because you won't mind your own fucking business. Let the coaches coach. We knew Zeke was washed 2 years ago. We had the rest in peace video for Zeke. Thank you for your thing, bro. We know you're done, but you brought him back, and then you wanted to feed Zeke, and Zeke, man, he just wasn't there no more. So I'm sorry, I went on a little rant. I apologize.
Nah, man.
But I wanted to explain why we don't have faith in the front office. And the front office is one person. It's Jerry Jones.
It's Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Kuiper, any rebuttal to any of that?
No, dude, you're on spot. There's a reason why the GM is the GM. There's a reason why no other team operates like this. Because a GM, his job is so important and so critical every single season to look at the right players and only worry about getting players on the team. That's the GM's ultimate job.
Yeah.
Getting players on it and taking players off. That's it. The owner's job is everything else. Marketing, like getting the stadium right, owner meetings and all that. So if you're gonna do all the rest of it, and then your secondary job is to look at players, it's not gonna work out. It's never gonna work out.
Yeah.
Ever. And that's dude, the Cowboys head coaching position would be the most coveted position in the NFL if it wasn't for Jerry Jones. And they actually had a GM.
21. Any rebuttal?
No, you hit everything, on point, and this man is just he's in the way, right? He's in the way of us being great, right? I just think he needs to do his owner job, right? But the GM's definitely got to be somebody else. There's a big movement on Twitter. Big shout out to all the guys on Twitter. Is the hashtag fire the GM Jerry, right? So
Yeah.
that's the man that's in the way. We all know that, and what's crazy about it is that national media knows this, right? We're Cowboy fans and we talk about it and on our show, but national media, the media that's out there on the national TV for everybody to see, they even talk about it. They know that it's Jerry in the way, but this man, he loves that camera, he's in the way. He's in the way. It's crazy.
He's definitely in the way. So we'll just wrap that up, man. Right now we're in the holding pattern with the Cowboys right now. So until they decide on what coach it is, the news is the news. So the true news in the NFL, man, we had a nice little playoff weekend this weekend, man.
Yeah.
I didn't put, I know the record, but I didn't type it in. Hold on. I think me and 21 went 2-2. No. Yeah. Everybody went 2-2 except for Rue. Rue went 1-3.
Damn.
1-3. Yeah. Everybody went 2-2 because everybody picked the Chiefs. And I picked the Bills. 21 picked the Bills. You Lamar lovers pick Lamar. They know who I'm talking about. And we split the Eagles game. So, it was actually, man, exciting football, man, this weekend. I love I'm happy and sad. Let me tell you why I'm happy and sad. It's nothing like NFL playoff football, dude. It's just nothing like it, right? But I'm sad because in 3 weeks it's over.
Yeah.
Football. When you think about it, okay, in 3 weeks, ain't no more damn football. So, the Commanders with the big win in Detroit, dude, I was just like, oh, a number 1 seed loses at home. They didn't get all the smoke we got when we were just the number 2 seed. And dude, number 1 seed, getting healthy number 1 seed loses at home to the rookie quarterback. And I was talking to my son, he's also the Commander fan, and I said, man, were you nervous about going in this game? He said, man, I'm like my quarterback. I'm cool with him. I'm calm. So, Kuiper, I know you liked him when he came out of LSU, man. What you think about Jaden Daniels' performance up in Detroit this last weekend?
Man, I told you guys in the draft, watch out. This guy was good. He was gonna be good. I told you guys he was the second most accurate. I still think Penix is a little more accurate, but he had every tool imaginable to be what he is now. And what helps him the most is he has a college system. That the easiest transition into the NFL is to go little by little from a college system to the pro system. How do you do that? You get a college system in the NFL that implements pro styles. And that's what Cliff Kingsbury does. As much as I hate Kingsbury, I'll give him a little bit of credit. Just a tiny bit. His system is cool. His system's cool. He's still a horrible, ridiculously bad head coach. You don't want him as a head coach. Nobody wants him. But he's a good OC.
21, what you think about the Commanders strolling up in the Motor City and getting that win?
You got to give all credits to this young quarterback, right? You rookie, you went up, and you did what you had to do, and you handled business as a rookie. right? Nobody expected you to do that, and you got out there and you were cool, like the big fella says, cool, calm, and collected, and you went out there and took command, right? And that's what you want out of your rookie quarterback. I remember when we had a rookie quarterback like that, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it was wild.
you know, the playoffs is the kryptonite for that man.
Yeah, it was a while back, 21.
Yeah, but shout out to the Commanders, man. I can't hate. They're doing their thing. Uh, you know, you just as a Cowboy fan, you gotta wonder. Did we let the wrong coach go?
Hey, but you got to remember when Quinn left after that performance against Green Bay.
Yeah,
I was done. To me, hindsight, you got to think about it. It's a combination of thing in Washington. Washington got younger and they got a quarterback. Dan Quinn's a defensive coach. They got a quarterback. Washington hadn't had a quarterback in 20 years. They got a quarterback now, bro. And with this quarterback, it's showing how scary Terry really is.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Oh my God. I always liked Terry McLaurin, right? Always liked him. Even when he was at that punk ass, trick ass Ohio State. Even when he was there, I liked him, right? But this cat, all he needed was somebody to get him the ball. And you see the difference in the Commanders now than last year. Okay. And the year before that, and probably like in their 31 years of ineptitude. Okay. So I'm not mad at the Commanders. I actually like, well, damn, it should put pressure on our damn front office. The Commanders did it. And so none of us, only thing Commanders did for me was help me win a bet. $500. I appreciate you. Anyway.
And last thing I'm gonna say on that game though, the Commanders wouldn't even sniff a W if the Lions didn't have that many injuries on defense.
Yeah, they just
they kept piling up throughout that game.
Yeah. Well, and I think what killed it was my Michigan man, Sanders Steele with that interception right at halftime.
That killed it.
Because that brought the game to 3. And Mikey came out of nowhere with the pick. I said, man, shit, I think the Commanders gonna get them. Yeah. So, oh my God. Oh, my wife said need to put 21 and Cowboy Chris on the sideline as coaches. I get fired day one because I cuss out everybody. I got too much Jimmy Johnson in me. As my little league team I coached for 20 years, big lovable Dallas Cowboy Chris ain't the same when I'm coaching football. I'm all business. Man. All this laughing and shit. No. This is different Chris. But hey, on Saturday morning, the Texans and the Texans versus the Texans, the Kansas City Chiefs. We all knew the outcome of that.
Yeah,
we all knew. And dude, it is frustrating. I'm never the one to blame refs, but dude, it's so blatantly obvious now. At first it was a conspiracy theory about the Chiefs, but now certain things you see, you be like, bro, ain't nobody else gonna get that call. Ain't nobody else gonna get that call, and it really sucks, man, because it takes the fun. Because I hope they don't do Buffalo like that this weekend, man. I really do. I want this to be a fair fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. Kuiper, what did you think about the Texans versus the Chiefs this past weekend?
It took the fun out of watching the game. So, like, my soul was getting sucked out, just like being like, "Oh, come on, Texas! I know the rest are on that side, but come on, man." Just pull through.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen, man. I'll give the Chiefs this. They got to CJ Stroud over and over. Yeah. But it's not about how many calls you get. It's about what calls at what time and what moments that you get. Right. And the Chiefs seem to be always getting the right calls at the right time at the right moments. and it's
Right.
such horrible football. It's why everybody hates Mahomes. Watching Mahomes flop on the sideline. Oh my God. I wanted to scream.
But
You're
Tony
a
Romo
fucking
called him
football
out.
player.
Tony Romo called him out though.
Yeah, like he really stopped and waited for him to push him out and then yelled, "Ah,
Yeah.
what
yeah.
the fuck? You're a football player."
Hey, remember Jordan rules? We got Mahomes rules. 21.
That shit
What
was horrible.
21. What you think about the Texans versus the Chiefs?
I mean, we all knew the outcome, but a little part of me was happy because you don't want those Texans to be we're Texas and we're the new team in town. Nah, we all know who y'all were. They are. What did the coach? What was his name?
We are who you thought we were.
Yeah, right. You are who we thought you were, right?
Yeah,
and to add to that is that's how blatant it is now with the Chiefs, right? Even Patrick Mahomes is at a point where he knows if he flops a little, he's gonna get that call. Fortunately, he didn't get that flop call, right? But he knows it. He knows it in his mind that he's got to wait and just get a little tap here or there. I mean, if you're a smart player, you're gonna use what you know to your advantage, right? But I'll tell you what, man, the Chiefs are looking like the Chiefs, right? With all that and with the calls and all that, these guys look like they belong here and they've been here and they have, right? So we got to give them that. But yeah, we all knew this outcome. It wasn't a big surprise to us.
Right. So in Philadelphia, I know Kuiper hate the Rams, but the Rams should have won that game. The Eagles gave them every opportunity.
Yep.
When they up 14, they up 14 in the fourth quarter, bro. It shouldn't come down to the end of the game and you almost lose that game, because I always say Kellen Moore and his situational football and throwing the ball when I got a running back that ran for 200 yards and you want to throw the ball on third. Dude, the Rams couldn't stop Saquon, okay?
No.
They couldn't. Dude, first of all, I hate the Giants forever get rid of him because I had to watch this fucker with the Eagles. That's number one. Because the Eagles got the best offensive line in football. There's no doubt about it. I can give them that credit. But dude, it's so frustrating when you like, come on, man. You know he's getting the ball. And when Brady broke it down, every time the Rams have single high coverage, they're gonna run the damn ball on the left side, and what they do, and then some bitch goes 75 yards.
Yep.
That is, and I had hope. Get the ball back. They driving down the field. Kuiper, I was ready. I had my phone ready to troll.
No, man.
I had my phone ready to troll. I told you, Eagle fans turned me into a troll. So I had my phone ready to troll. Fourth down, I was like, oh. I said the Eagles pass rush has really been good today. It's really been good. And that was the outcome, really, of that last drive was the Eagles pass rush. Kuiper, what did you think about the Eagles versus your hated Rams?
All you got to do is get Matthew Stafford a love tap, and he's over. It's over. It's over, man. You saw it on that last drive. The Eagles sent 5 every single down in that last drive.
Yeah.
And what did it end up doing? Matthew Stafford got hit, and the game was over. You just get in his face, Matthew Stafford's done. And Matthew Stafford, I believe, was like had a 1-9 record in cold games. I'd never had any doubt that the Eagles were gonna lose.
Not even on that last drive, because remember the big play to Puka Nacua on the sideline. I was just like, man, first down in the red zone. They got time. You didn't think? I was like, dude, come on, Rams.
The Rams offensive line is dog shit. It's not good. It's not good. And the Eagles D line is really good. So the entire time I was like, it's gonna happen. They're gonna get to him. They're gonna get to him. Jalen Carter got to him. He got to him again. It's a 4th down. It's over. It's over.
Well, at least they gave the Eagles bubble guts. 21. What did you think about the Eagles Rams game?
I thought the Eagles let him hang around for a long time. I do think that weather played a condition for them, weather played a factor for them, and those conditions it was tough for the Rams, right? But the Rams they had opportunities and missed opportunities, led to that loss. But I'm like the big fella. You saw that big play with Puka in that last drive, and I'm thinking this is it. They're gonna do it, but that pass rush was just not giving Matthew Stafford no time, and they couldn't do nothing. It's tough to throw on pressure, right? When you're pressured, but they were hanging around. They were hanging around the whole game, and I thought they were gonna do something. It was one of those games where you're like, okay, this is it right here. It's gonna happen, and it didn't. Like Kuiper said, that their offensive line just kept letting them bust through, and credit to the D line, the Eagles D line. They're tough. They're breaking through, so they did what they had to do.
Yep. All right. So the last game, man, the MVP game. That's what I call it. The MVP game. The person who's probably going to win the MVP lost again in the playoffs. The person who's going to win the MVP lost again in the playoffs. I'm going to say it one more time. The person who's going to win the MVP of the league lost again in the playoffs. I was so happy. That was my take on the game. Kuiper, what is your take?
I just think Lamar is he's the unluckiest quarterback in the NFL, man. He really gave it all, man. For your tight end to fumble the ball on a drive where you would have put the game away, and then they score, and then on the next drive where you're about to tie the game, he drops the 2-point conversion. The same fucking tight end. Come on, man.
Been catching everything all year. He's been sure-handed all year.
Yeah, like Mark Andrews has been one of the best tight ends in his career.
Would love him on my team.
Like, come on, man. That's just stupid, dumb luck that they lost. To me, at least. I don't know what overtime would have been like, but they should have went to overtime at the very least. And I feel bad for Lamar. I really do.
So I gotta ask you this. If this happened to Dak, wouldn't you say same old Cowboys, right? Would you not? Would you?
And
not?
they wouldn't even be in that position, though. They wouldn't even be in that position.
You're not answering my question. You would have said same old Cowboys, wouldn't you?
I would have laughed.
That's
That's the first thing I would have done. And then the second thing I would have done, I would have probably been like, all right, maybe Dak's not as bad, but yeah, same old Cowboys.
Okay, yeah. All right. So 21. What did you think about the MVP game?
Great game. I think we all were. We were tuned in and we were watching. It's definitely a great game, but it's just that luck of the draw, man. And it came down to that last play. That was tough to watch too. It was tough to watch, but yeah, I mean. Lamar, it's crazy how it kind of is Dakish, right? You good all season,
Great.
get to that big moment, and bam, here we are back in the starting position. So it's tough, man. I honestly still think that because of this game, they're gonna give it to what's his name?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, right? And I just think because of this game, right? I think that he's gonna get it, but we'll see. It's tough, man. It's tough for Lamar, man. It's just bad breaks.
But give Lamar credit though on the season: 4,847 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Come on, man. That is MVP.
I was gonna give him even better props. 95 yards touchdown drive when you needed it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
And
did.
it
He
has
did
Zay
do that.
Flowers.
He did do it. I'm trolling right now. Okay. I respect Lamar. I think Lamar is a great quarterback.
To
Okay.
me, with Josh Allen, it's like you took away Stephon Diggs, and everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everybody said, this team is done.
Yeah.
This team is,
So
you didn't think he was gonna be back here and doing the same thing. So
I
who,
think it,
who are his receivers? Kincaid.
Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir,
Okay, so
Shakir,
I mean,
and
you
then their
know,
tight end is what's his name?
Kincaid, and Knox.
Kincaid. Yeah, Knox. Yeah. But you got to
So
think. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
no, I just think that a lot of us. I thought once Stephon Diggs left, I said, "Oh, it's kind of gonna be a wrap, right?" Because that was his go-to. But this man is still holding it down and doing what he does.
Yeah, I think it would have been a different outcome if they were in Baltimore. I think their slow start, that mid-season start that they had. Remember, they had lost a couple games. They had
Yeah.
slipped, and I think if they would have won those games, they would have had that home game. Okay, and I think they would have beat the Bills. And the only reason I chose the Bills because the Bills was at home. Their home field is crazy. I'm actually picking the Bills to go to the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. So let's get into this weekend picks, man, to end the show, man. We got the hated Commanders versus the punk ass, trick ass, hoe ass, bitch ass Eagles. And every time I pick against the Commanders, they win. Give me the Eagles. 25, 24 Eagles. 21. Who you got?
I'm taking the commies. I'm taking the Commanders. 27-10. I think they stopped Saquon this game, and that's their weapon right there, man.
Mm-hmm. Kuiper, who you got, man? I want to hear your analysis on this.
I don't think the Commanders have the right players to stop Saquon. They got two decent DTs, but outside of that, they really don't have anybody to go on the outside tackle. Bobby Wagner is a great linebacker. Don't get me wrong, but Bobby Wagner is not catching a Saquon Barkley when he goes sideline to sideline, which is what the Eagles love to do. The Eagles love the right in between the tackles and then the outside zones. That's what they love to do, and I don't think they have the toolage to beat them with that. And they don't have anybody to stop or to pass rush against that really great offensive line.
Yeah.
So give me the Eagles, but just off of those two, give me the Eagles. I'll say 31 to 20 to 21.
And what was your score? 21.
I think I said like 27-10.
Okay.
Commies.
So, all right. This is gonna be, man. I think both of these games are gonna be fire. I think this game gonna be low scoring. I think both teams gonna score under 20 points. I really do. I think because there's gonna be a lot of jabbing in this fight. I think whoever has the turnover, who wins the turnover battle, will win the game. Okay. I've been riding the Bills all season. I'm riding them to the Super Bowl. Give me the Bills. 19. Chiefs 17. 21.
I'm taking the Bills. I think the Bills they're really, it's their time. I think they see it. They know they got to get through the big dog, and that's the Chiefs, right? But I'm with you, big fella. I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's just whoever gets that last fumble, that last interception.
Yeah.
17-10. Give me the Bills.
17-10. All right, Kuiper, who you got?
I'm going for the Bills. I still think the Bills can win this because to beat Mahomes, you need two things, right? On defense, defensively, you need two things. You need really good linebackers, disciplined linebackers who know when to go after Mahomes and when not to go after Mahomes. They have Matt Milano and Terrell Bernard, who both have a lot of knowledge when it comes to Mahomes. They both know when to stick to Kelsey, when to not, and they have disciplined defensive ends who know not to over pursue and to let Lamar and Mahomes just stay in the pocket. When they want to run out, that's when you get them. I think they have the defensive scheme that's necessary to beat Patrick Mahomes. And offensively, I don't see how Kansas City is going to beat them. The Kansas City's defense is really one person, Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Chris Jones runs everything for them.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen is going to run circles around Chris Jones. He's not going to let Chris Jones sack him. He's just not. So I think it's going to be 35-21 Bills.
35-21. Oh, you got them high scoring, right?
I think they go right from the beginning. They just start offensively great, and that's it. That's how the game is going to go.
All right. Hey, man, normally the championship weekend is exciting. Normally they are close games. You know, I don't know if I can deal with another couple weeks of the damn Eagles. God, if there is any higher force in the world, please let these motherfuckers lose. Anyway, I can't. Hey, Kyber, what team you hate the most? Is it the Niners or the Rams you hate the most?
Shit, I hate the Rams more.
Okay. The Eagles are our Rams, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, when they booed and they cheered when Michael Irvin hurt himself, that turned it for me. I literally, dude. Cowboy fans didn't even think about the Eagles. We thought about the Giants and the Commanders. We really did. Well, then the Redskins. We didn't even think about the Eagles, right? The Eagles was just a little Kelly shit green ass team, you know. You don't give a shit. You don't even care. Now they on their little streak now, and everybody forget the last 60 years of their organization. All they want to do is talk about what happened since 2017. Fucker, I know. I remember. I'm old enough. Shit, I remember when y'all actually fucking sucked all the time. Hey, I wish. I hope so. But look, man. That's wrapping up our 1-year anniversary show, man. Appreciate Mikey for jumping in real quick, Cowboy Corner. I know 21 had to work late. He joined in, and always our player personnel director of the Cowboy podcast. Hey, look, draft season is coming. And when y'all want some fire content, this man below me, he got it. We're going to try to bring y'all after the Super Bowl. We're going to be really draft centric show. Yeah. We're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna talk about who we think is best for the Cowboys, and you know, me and 21 got a tradition of going to the draft, but dude, after last year, we're like, damn, we need to do a draft show. Yeah. Again, it was so fire. It was so fire. So we're not gonna go to Green Bay this year. We're gonna do another draft show.
We're gonna wait till the draft gets a little closer.
Yeah, get a little further south. Hey, when it get a little further south, we're gonna go back then, and then we may do a show trip to the draft, right. And that may be even better, you know, to do a show trip. But everybody, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. My big brother Ken, boots on the ground. El Jefe jumped in. Appreciate you, man. WWE guy Ivan Sosa jumped in. My wife Tavanya jumped in. Let's see who else got in here. My nephew Jay Fold jumped in. Appreciate you, Jay Fold. Audra Jones, the commander. Oscar Ramos jumped in. Appreciate you, Oscar. Anthony Cowboy Can fan jumped in. Cuts by Jones jumped in, man. Appreciate you, man. Cowboy Babe, always much love to Cowboy Babe. Birdman, who live here in California. My niece Angelica. R. Ruben jumped in. Who else, man? I think I covered everybody, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for helping us celebrate our 1 year. And let's do 25 more.
Yes,
hey man, like we always say here at the Cowboy Podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Puro pinches Cowboys.
Peace.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to Sports Second Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him? You see him?
You see him? The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up, Dilemma? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I did it.
Hey, man. Hey,
Videos, dancing.
hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, but hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah,
Players
man.
fuck up.
Yeah. First day of pass. Say, man, you know, we all play, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the truth, but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to spread shit and eat wings and
Motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years, man.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
Yeah. You're to come out with that Whataburger in and out one, right?
Big fella, we kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing to that song, but it's like this is Drake, you know, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. You know, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. You know, if you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.